For decades, Pakistan's economy has really been squeezed by its reliance on imported energy. But what if that's all about to change? And I mean change in a huge way. We're about to dive into a story that's all about discovery, big strategy, and just massive, massive potential.
So yeah, this is the big question, right? Could a whole string of new discoveries finally end Pakistan's dependence on foreign energy? We're looking at a chain of events that could literally reshape the country's entire future. Is this it? Is this the beginning of real energy independence for Pakistan? Let's find out.
Okay, so where does this whole story kick off? Well, it all starts with one absolutely spectacular find, onshore. We're talking about a discovery so significant, people are calling it a landmark moment, a true breakthrough.
All right, so let's put a name to this breakthrough. Barghzai X1. It's located out in the Nashba block in the Kohat district. Now, you gotta understand, this isn't just another well they drilled. Nope. It is being hailed as the single largest oil and gas discovery in Pakistan's entire history. I mean, that's a huge claim, right? So let's see if the numbers actually back it up.
So, what does largest in history actually look like? Well, get this. Barghzai X1 is pumping out over 15,000 barrels of crude oil, and that's not a one-time thing. That's every single day.
But wait, it doesn't stop with just oil. This well is a double whammy. It's also turning out over 45 million standard cubic feet of natural gas. Again, every single day. So this isn't just an oil find or just a gas find. It's a powerhouse for both, and on a scale that's, well, pretty staggering.
Okay, so we have these huge numbers, but what does that actually mean for the country? Let's put it in perspective. This one well, just this single discovery, could meet 10% of Pakistan's entire need for crude oil. Think about that. That's a huge chunk out of the country's massive import bill, all from one domestic source. It frees up so much crucial foreign currency. It's not an exaggeration to say this is a genuine game changer.
Now, as incredible as the Barghzai discovery is, you might think it's just a lucky strike, a one-off. But that's not the case at all. It's not happening in a vacuum. It's actually a key piece of a much, much broader national strategy.
Get this. Barghzai is just one of 40 new oil and gas reserves that have been discovered recently. That's right, 40. So this clearly isn't just about getting lucky. It's the direct result of a very focused, very concerted, and obviously very successful exploration push happening all across the country.
And they're not slowing down either. In fact, they're hitting the accelerator. The government just signed deals for 11 new onshore exploration blocks. That's a crystal clear signal that they intend to double down on this success and go after even more of these domestic resources and do it aggressively.
And look, this isn't just a government effort or a solo run by one company. You can see here it's a real who's who of the country's energy sector. We're talking about the heavy hitters. National giants like Mari Energies and OGDCL are leading the charge as operators. What this tells you is that there's widespread confidence, both public and private, and they're all putting serious money into Pakistan's own potential.
Okay, so everything we've talked about so far, the onshore discoveries, it's incredible. It's real, it's tangible, it's producing energy right now. But what if I told you the truly transformational prize, the biggest jackpot of all, might not be on land at all?
That's right. We're now heading offshore, out into the deep waters of the Arabian Sea. And out there, the scale of what could be lying beneath the waves, it's almost hard to even wrap your head around. I mean, just listen to this quote from Energy Circle. They say, the potential reserves are large enough to radically change the nation's economic and energy landscape. Let that sink in. We are not talking about small tweaks here. The words are radically change. This is about the potential to completely rewrite Pakistan's entire economic story. Of course, dreams this big come with a price tag to match. A staggering price tag. We're talking $5 billion. And get this, that's just for the early stage drilling. It is an incredibly high-stakes gamble. But the potential payoff, it could literally alter the course of the nation.
So the potential is just immense, right? Both on land and under the sea. But this is where we have to take a step back and get real. It's time for a reality check, because there are some really significant challenges and risks that stand in the way of turning this dream into reality.
Take security, for example. Protecting these potential offshore assets is incredibly complicated. It's not a simple one-size-fits-all problem. As you can see, in the eastern zone, closer to India, you're dealing with more traditional state-level security threats. But then you look to the western zone, and the threats are totally different. We're talking about non-state actors, terrorism, sabotage. So you need two completely different security playbooks. It's a real strategic puzzle.
And you know what? Security is just one piece of this giant puzzle. You've got the sheer technical and financial nightmare of deep-sea drilling. It's one of the hardest engineering feats humans can do. Then there's the huge environmental risk. What happens if there's a major oil spill? And just as important, you have to make sure that the local coastal communities actually see the benefits and aren't just left with the risks. Any one of these hurdles is massive. Put them all together, it's a truly monumental challenge.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you've got this amazing, confirmed success happening onshore. You've got this massive, tantalizing dream waiting offshore, and then you have all these very real, very serious risks. It's pretty clear that Pakistan is standing at a major energy crossroads.
And I think this final quote here from Iram Yilmaz really just nails it. The potential is, without a doubt, transformational. But, and this is the big but, actually unlocking that potential is going to require an equally transformational level of smart, balanced, and responsible planning. And that really leaves us with the final crucial question, doesn't it? All the pieces are on the board. The potential is there. So, will Pakistan manage to navigate all these complex challenges and kickstart a brand new era of energy security and prosperity? Or is this going to become just another story of potential that was never quite realized? Only time will tell, and the next few years are going to be absolutely critical.